Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice, and should I say, hello Thursday evenings, because it's our first ever Thursday night session here on Slice and Dice. Hello chat, we've got Keyblade, Song of Rain, Marshall's obviously in the chat as well. In fact, let's bring Marshall and the rest of the gang in. Hello everyone. Good evening, good morrow, and good day to you. So if you're good evening. So if you're first time joining us tonight here on Slice and Dice, hello, we are Slice and Dice, and we play Dungeons and Dragons and generally nerd out about things. And you know, Thursday nights seem like a good slot because there aren't any other major D&D games that are live streamed on Thursday nights that I'm aware of. So this not anymore. Because Critical Role just happened to finish last week, so it's like, oh, okay, that's very convenient because that's the slot we're going into. Yep. Oh, I see that up for grabs. Although, obviously, time zone differences, but we won't get into that hashtag Is It Thursday yet. But before we jump in with tonight's session, of course, I need to bring you up to speed with the latest things that have been going on and off screen. First of all, you may have noticed, those of you who are already following the channel or subscribe to the channel on Twitch. If you're not, may I suggest you do so if you can. It's very much means a lot to us here, and it's great to get the support to be able to make more content. And so one of the things I've been doing over the last couple of weeks when we've not been live streaming D&D is that I've also been playing some video games and getting really nerdy on that as well. Including we've played some Valheim with Valheim Time, and with our first two game nights playing some Vermintide, and that's very much just a casual playthrough with friends. Just it's a very relaxed vibe, and obviously we like to chat with you guys in the chat as well. There's a lot of banter that you guys bring to the table as well, which is always enjoyed. But that is on an ad hoc basis. It's not scheduled to be at any particular time because my schedule's all over the place. And so I thought I'd reflect that in Slice and Dice's content, that it's all over the place. Apart from this and our other D&D content, which is all very rigorously scheduled. So if you want to be notified when we're next live streaming game nights or anything else like that, make sure that you're following us here on Twitch or subscribe to us here on Twitch. And speaking of which, from our last one, we got quite a few new followers, so thank you to SpeedyJosh95. Could Be Kerry raided us during the last stream. Thank you for that. The Trusty Cow and Superdub1973. Thank you all for following the channel. But you can... There we go! Just pulling people from all walks of life, kind of migrating here. Okay, will I? Okay. I'll drop it in the Discord, and I'll look that up. Speaking of the Discord, of course, you can join our Discord. Don't discard the Discord. You can join our Discord. There we go. And that's where we chat throughout the week. We leave memes. We talk about D&D. We talk about pretty much anything else. There was a lot of talk about horses the other day. I blame Song of Rain and Marta completely for that conversation. You were asked. It was a red rag to a bull. Yeah, fair enough. You know, if the opportunity is presented, you go for it. You know, fair enough. Yeah, that's where I come in. Oh, there's an opportunity. Oh, there isn't. Okay, gonna shoehorn this in anyway. Yes. So I think that's the latest announcement. Oh yes. Now we should have had the cage last week. That hasn't dropped yet because we've had to delay the next session for the cage. I have nobody to blame except COVID-19 has caused problems with that. As it has with so many other things. But that will be coming back as soon as we can all, and we're all safe to do so. Hopefully that will be back in the next couple of weeks. Also, we're working on, or I've nearly finished editing the first video edition of our Baldoa podcast series. That will be going up on our YouTube once it's done. If you're not following us on YouTube, may I suggest very politely that you do so. And there's a link to that on our Twitch page. It says catch up and it's got the YouTube logo. Click on that. It'll take you straight to our YouTube channel where you can subscribe today for free. So make sure you go and do that so that you'll be first to be notified when that video goes up and goes live. It's got art from Gerald Death Art, who's been fantastic. We've got character art from Evil Owl Loki, which is equally, I mean, it's insane. I got so excited about it. I posted up the works in progress, as it turned out, which were basically the coloured in art without the shading. I didn't realize that there was still going to be shading. I got really carried away, and then suddenly had to repost everything with shading, and chef's kiss. Looked great. That's enough shameless plugs from me.
Shameless plug.
But does anyone, any of you guys, the players, have anything you'd like to shamelessly plug today? Yes. Yes, Marshall, go ahead. Oh, God, this might have happened. I thank you. We picked it up early this time. Yes, you're right. You guys were muted. I fixed it. It's a problem that we've had once before.
Test. Hello.
So anyway, welcome, guys. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. We had some banter earlier, which you guys missed out on because I had everyone muted because I'm a nincompoop, apparently. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Marshall, for spotting that. Yeah, there we go. Chat, they are muted. Yeah, and I was just ignoring the chat completely. Okay, but you can hear them now. You can hear them now.
For fuck's sake, as an unpermitted term.
Apparently, I wasn't silent. Maybe I'm special.
No, you were.
Nice.
I
was. Okay.
You were. Everyone was muted. The whole Discord audio was muted, and I'll tell you why that is. It's because of the gaming streams. I had Discord audio up, but I equally had it doubling, so that's why it was muted. So entirely my fault, user error, but we fixed it before we got into the session, and that's important because that was the problem in session 70. Thank you, Song of Rain, for pointing that out. And it also meant that we conveniently muted Marta talking about horses, which Drake has just picked up.
No.
He's quite right. We did miss that, and we're not going to go back over that because that was a moment in time. We've had that. Let's move on. But Marta, you had a shameless plug, so go ahead.
Shameless plug.
So yesterday, the Battlefield 2042 trailer dropped, and also I got a very important email with that from the good folks from EA that I can officially announce that I voice a lead character in that game.
What? I got sorry. Faux surprise.
Just that. I mean, the guys could just pretend as if they don't know. Obviously, I was going across the interwebs. Yes. I was traveling across the interwebs yesterday. Just announcing it everywhere, but I can't say what the character is yet, but yes, that's it. I'm going to be in one of the big releases coming out on October 22nd officially this year. But there will also be, they said, they told during one of the press conferences, there's going to be an open beta before launch, as far as they said, but they didn't say when. So
that means that when that does happen, Marta will be shamelessly plugging that again here on the live stream when we know that's when you know and she's allowed to say when that's the thing, because the benefits of having you
many plugs.
One of the many benefits of having you here on the team, obviously.
I might even play the character in this campaign.
You can't kill off Neris. Why would you do that? Only I can kill off Neris. Come on.
I played other characters.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm
the few people
I'm just messing with you. It's fine.
I don't want to kill Neris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's had such a lovely time so far. She's
already died once.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Anyway, yes, thank you, Marta, and congratulations once again. I have to say, Marta is like the master of the humble brag, but when she brought that out, it was just like, what? What the fuck?
There was nothing humble about it. It is a brag, and I'm owning it. No.
That's awesome. That's fantastic news.
It was pure joy.
Amazing.
Pure joy.
Yeah. So happy for you for that.
It's just, yeah. If you permit, I can say the very short story of how I found out was because everything's super secretive in game development, I was like, yeah, sign contracts. Yeah, okay.
Shameless
And then walk into the booth on day 1 of recording. It's like, oh yeah, let's hear the audition back. And but guys, can you just tell me what the game is? Just or what type of game this is? Like what anything to help. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's Battlefield. What?
What?
Shameless
And I was glad that I didn't know
plug.
ahead of time because I probably wouldn't be able to sleep and it'd probably tank it.
Do you know what? I think this is a really appropriate
So.
moment to pull out the new sound effect, which I now have to remember if I've got the right hotkey for it remembered, because it was a suggestion made by Bart ages and ages ago. Yes! The air horn works. I've got the air horn. You guys can't hear it. I'm sorry, guys. I will find a way for you guys to hear it, but we now have the air horn, so I can still
I turned the audio on Twitch.
Yes! Just the right moment.
So I turned the sound on Twitch just in time to hear the air horns go off, is what I was saying there before my sound bar decided to get itself involved in the conversation.
we saw you punch
Anyway,
the
the
air
air
and then
horn
immediately panic. Free sound. Thank you, free sound. Free sound's great.
Tom, bring on the agents. I'm ready.
I think
I think it's more gonna be like a drone strike, just on my apartment. Just
I think
if I disappear
Drake may have
midstream,
sweet
that's what
jesters,
happened.
Sweet.
It'll look really weird on your
vengeance.
camera if you vanish, because we won't see anything happening behind you. It'll just be
Floaty.
the woods, and then Marta
Gone.
disappears.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also we've had a shameless plug in the chat as well.
Shameless plug.
From Song of Rain, well, she's told me to tell you guys about Cavern, but I think I'm a bit confused as to which bit to tell you about Cavern, one of the characters I play in Rainstorm Productions, because he's just the worst. It's great playing a villain, but he's just the worst. He's horrible. But Song of Rain has mentioned, I feel that I have a huge Japan... Now, I know about this. Has a huge Japan project coming up where I can't say a word about it until it's released and I play the main character. She does. It's very cool.
Godzilla.
I can't say what it is, but I can tell you because she showed me the character has its own Twitter profile that has like what is it? It's something ridiculous, like 100,000, 500,000 followers or something. It's just ridiculous and she's voicing the character in an upcoming.
Yeah, Godzilla confirmed. It's the hugest Japanese thing I can.
Sorry
think
to
of,
out you, Rain. There you are. Yes, she is playing Godzilla.
Godzilla.
So yeah. You're right.
Godzilla.
That's what's happening. Godzilla. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Thank you for that. Hashtag rainwave. Right. Anyway, before we get even more bogged down in what everyone had for breakfast today, let's jump in with tonight's session. Oh, wait. Unless anyone else here, has any shameless plugs. No? You're good? Okay. Well, it's time to catch you up then on what happened last time in the Manylands campaign and then jump into tonight's session here on Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, last time in the Manylands campaign, well, I should say that you can catch up now on the last 5 sessions in the Manylands campaign called Previously in the Manylands, and that's up on our YouTube channel. It's where I give you a rundown of all of the stuff that's been happening in the campaign, as well as giving you some behind the DM screen knowledge, and there are some great tidbits in stuff that perhaps the players have missed, and perhaps other stuff that is foreshadowing or whatever, stuff that comes up later on in the campaign. So, need to know basis, go watch that. But anyway, so last time you guys were underground in Swerfhaven, where you had gone on your way back to the Eyrie. You'd gone there to deliver the missing ingredients for Brina, your deep-known companion's mother, the chief alchemist of Swerfhaven, to create a potion of cure curse, which you can then use to administer to Greta Grouse, the noble from Loranlas with the curse of lycanthropy upon her, to free her of the curse, while she is currently locked away in the temple, being blessed every day in the hopes that she never turns into a werewolf, because that would be bad. And we've had one other who has already succumbed and then been slain to lycanthropy. So she's the last one, and you guys want to do right by her. But while you guys were down there was a bit of an awkward exchange, bit of a terse conversation. Clearly, Brina and her mother don't get on very well, and they were being a bit uncooperative with you guys. In fact, most of the Smurfs were not too pleased to see you, a little bit xenophobic, not particularly fond of outsiders. But you guys decided to rest down there because there was a terrible storm going on above ground, and you had in your charge with you a halfling inventor by the name of Beckett, who was you found in a state of undress in the session before, having scorned inadvertently scorned a lady who he was meeting for the very first blind date, and turned up to disappoint her by a few lies that may have been written in his dating application. So that happened. Anyway, you guys rested up for the evening, or whatever time it was, because you were underground. And aside from Neris waking up early, being an elf and trancing for only 4 hours, getting to purchase some very large mushrooms, aside from that, wasn't a lot else going on until all of you guys woke up at whatever time it was that you woke up, to find yourselves covered in webbing and the Swerfs being Swerfnapped by Drow. As you guys kind of gather yourselves together and try and help the Swerfs as you can, many of the Drow patrol get away with their charges, including your own party member Brina, who had been taken, and Elder Swerf, the leader of Swerfhaven. So, after some brief discussion, you go on the trail of these guys. There are various traps which hinder you guys on the way to the Drow party, who are trying to get onto boats and across the underground lake with their Swerf charges, their Swerf prisoners. You manage to get there in time to stop them. It's a very difficult encounter, which takes up most of the session. And two of you, Neris and Leobrin, are taken out pretty quickly by a Drider that had been waiting to pounce on you guys. That's a giant spider with a half dark elf or drow body, upper half. They're very scary, and they're very mean. And they took 2 of you out. Fortunately, neither of you died, and fortunately, the Drider did die pretty quickly afterwards. You then managed to, apart from Neris setting fire to one of the boats, everything with a fireball, everything else was fine. You managed to save all of the Swerfs, and we had a very heroic moment when Brina cast Fly on Malar so that he could then fly over and push one of the wayward boats back onto the shore. It was beautiful moment. You guys were richly rewarded for helping out the Swerfs. They were eternally grateful to you, offered you anything that they had would be yours if you wanted it. But that wasn't enough for Seth. He was talking more about weapons and things, and so he was gifted, after some hesitation, a drow weapon, which turns out is a scimitar of speed, which the Swerfs have warned that they've never used it. They feel that it's a drow thing. There's something dark and horrible about it. They don't like it, but they warned Seth about this and gave it over to him anyway. It's not something they're going to handle, and he was quite happy to take it. And Leobrin was rewarded with with a magical short bow, which was on the body of one of the drow. You also found some gems, including a 300 gold piece diamond, which I believe Malar has taken, and you also found some hundreds of gold pieces worth of rubies, which you guys decided to donate to Swerfhaven, because that way they could use those gems to feed the wayward Zorn, which is meant to be their protector underground. And he had gone missing, or they had gone missing, which is why the Drow then attacked in the first place, because their guard had left. So they're hoping to get that back. And also, in exchange for the scimitar, Seth gave the location of the mine which he'd come across, that cave, the Basilisk Cave, all that time ago, that has a wall completely studded in gems. You gave that information over to them. They were incredibly grateful. And you guys left with applause. You left as heroes from Swerfhaven. They were really impressed with your efforts. You got above ground. You continued travelling. You noticed you've been stalked by carrion birds as you've carried on your travels towards the Eyrie, where Brukon is waiting for the rest of you. And mysteriously, Leo Bryn felt a weird presence over himself and then failed a wisdom saving throw, and then there was no explanation behind what happened. So that's all you know at this point. But you guys are at the foot of the mountain to climb up the Eyrie. And meanwhile, let's see what's Brukon has been up to during this time. We're going to go to you first at Brukon. I'm just going to pull up some suitable backing music over at my end. All right. So Brukon, last time you had your awesome epic fights with Drez Lambold and proved once and for all who was the better fighter. It turned out it was you.
Goddamn right I did.
Now, over the last day, you were woken quite early by Master Talon, who was pointing to a perch, a kind of a ledge high up in the Eyrie. It's actually kind of on the I guess the lip, you would say, that at the top of the Eyrie. It's got that volcano shape, you may remember.
Rim.
Yeah, the rim. There we go. That's much better. Pointing at the rim, that's where they were going to go, and says that she's going to do some morning rituals up there. If you'd like to join in a meditation.
Told, yes. Brukon is in.
Now I know you can spring very far, Mr. Brukon, but I will need to carry you up there if that is okay.
Oh yeah, by all means.
Excellent.
Sounds
okay.
like fun.
I trust the Dragonborn will.
Brukon, how is Talon carrying Brukon?
Talons on the her talons going on your shoulders.
Sick. Okay. Brukon spreads his arms and goes whee as he flies through the air.
And you see below you, there's some of the novices practicing their sort of drills, and they all kind of stop suddenly, looking up at this incredibly strange sight of the flight of the dwarf with his hands outstretched. And you also notice the Dragonborn, who immediately look up, and one of them rushes and grabs a halberd, and then you see Drez, who hasn't taken his eyes off you. He just holds out his hand just up in the air just to stop his contingent from doing anything, and just watches you as you continue up there. So you go up for your morning meditation. Did you wish to use the singing bowl with this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So it's been a while. Singing bowl.
It has been a while. The singing bowl, which
it's a D100 roll, yeah.
Roll the D100 and add your monk level, which I believe is 6.
It is indeed.
It's a custom magic item. It can have magical benefits, but it's somewhat random.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what Gamblor has in store for us. Okay, so that is 57.
Oh, that does a thing.
It does do a thing. It does a cool thing, which I am on board with.
Remind me what it does, because I haven't got it open.
Until the next short rest, Brukon understands the literal meaning of any spoken language.
Wow, this is very appropriate. So,
Dongs.
I was going to say this is spot on. Thanks, Gamblor. You got my back here, buddy.
The dice gods, I have appeased you. So, as your meditation ends for the morning, it goes on for a good 30 minutes or so. During it, a couple of the Aarakocra are humming and start singing in very low, dulcet tones, which you obviously don't understand Aarakocra, but by the end of it, suddenly you can understand exactly what they are saying, and it's along the lines of, wind, The gods come down, take us back to the plane. Those are the general consensus of what's being said. And as the melody and the meditation ends, you're then invited to be taken back down, unless you want to fall the 300 feet down, which probably, I mean, I wouldn't advise it, but I know you've got monk things.
No, I do, but I don't think they're quite that good just yet.
Not just yet.
Give me a few more levels before a 300. I can walk away from a 300-foot fall. So yeah,
Cool.
back down is totally chill with me.
All right. So in the same manner, you are guided back down by Master Talon, and then as you go about the rest of your day, was there anything particular that you wanted to achieve during the day, or was it just kind of going through the motions in your Barkfang Monastery days?
I think, yeah, there's definitely. I think, yeah, there's definitely going to be a bit of, going back into the old training techniques and also practicing the new stuff, because Brukon has just recently acquired knowledge of how to use the tonfa. So now he, having learned that particular weapon, his next thing is figuring out how he integrates it smoothly into all the other stuff that he's got at his disposal. However, there is one other thing, especially thanks to the wonderful effects of the singing bowl.
Yes.
Which is he'd like to do this within not obvious earshot of Drez and his merry men.
All right. Can you make...
Possibly women.
All right. So for this, can you make a nonchalance check, which I will say is a stealth check?
I would assume it would be stealth. I will certainly make a nonchalance check.
Because they're definitely keeping an eye on you, but it's, being inconspicuously close to them.
Yeah.
What level
Not
of
a
chalance?
great result. Not great, not terrible. Not 3.6 in this instance, but 14.
14. Okay. So you keep a respectable distance, but close enough that you could keep an ear out. And you, for the most part, it sounds like kind of quite bawdy talk between them. It seems that some of the Dragonborn are a bit bored, and they're kind of wondering how long they have to be posted here before they can go back to their homes, go back to the city. Drez still seems to be asserting his authority. He's having a few rough laughs with them, but for the most part, he's very insistent, very militant with them, and he does seem to be. He mentions a few times about the elf, which you gather probably is Neris in this, and that that the king will want to see her. Want to see an agent of Ushtag, or a potential agent of Ushtag. Perhaps she could be a missing link from the house, from Clan Ushbek. That's Ushbek. Ushbek. Which you gather is was a clan of Red Dragonborn. However, not long after he says that, because Brukon, you're trying to not be noticed. However, you're not really thinking about your facial expressions at this point. They suddenly stop, noticing that you are paying attention to them.
Never thinks about his facial expressions, to be fair, but yes.
Yeah, you just kind of... Oh. And they immediately stop, thinking, and you see Drez doing, No, he doesn't understand. No. There's no way he knows Draconic, surely. No. But... Hey, and then in common, dwarf.
Yes, lizard person, reptiloid.
Didn't I tell you I like this dwarf? No, sorry, Brukon. That's it. Yes.
Yes, that's my name. Droz, isn't it?
Drez, yes. Tell me, hey.
Sure.
When you finish doing whatever it is that you're doing today, you must join us for drinks. It is custom.
Drinks? Oh, yes.
It is custom to toast the victor of our fight.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'm definitely up for toasting myself, always. Yes, absolutely. You're on.
I thought as much, though. I am afraid your Bureaucrin alcohol is nothing compared to what we have here in the Dragonborn Kingdom. Our drinks pack quite a punch. I'm sure you'll be surprised.
So Brukon is honestly, his interest is immediately piqued by this.
Well, yes, it would be.
I don't know. I don't know if Drez was kind of expecting a, "How dare you? Bjorklin drinks are the finest in all the lands."
was,
but
actually.
Brukon's response instead is, "Oh, excellent. Oh, that sounds like exactly what I've been looking for. Yes, you're on. Absolutely.
Good.
You just wave me over whenever you'd like me to join you."
Ha! I like your spirit. I'm sure you'll like our spirits. Yes, sure.
Hey.
It was an alcohol joke. They don't joke much, these two, but we were on a level. It's cool. Hey, what's that over there? And he points over to the entrance to the main entrance to the Eyrie, which you guys didn't come in through that way, but you gather that Neris exited that way some time ago, and you're expecting your friends back, so immediately look round. But no, it's not your party.
Machine. Oh no, okay. Ooh.
It's not your party, no. For they are still underground at this point in time, though you don't know that yet. The Aarakocra descend immediately down, like 4 or 5 of them down to the entrance, spears ready. They're kind of like, who is this? And you see a human with a dark green cloak, with the hood pulled up. And he, as the Aarakocra start chattering to him, he pulls the head down, shakes his mane of majestic hair, and you see the handsome but also quite beardy Greenblade in his power posing. Now look here, what's all this about? Hello? Does anyone speak common here? Anyone? Hello? I don't wish you any harm.
Brukon sort of jumps up and goes, "Me? Yes, hi, hello, Greenblade. Nice to see you again." And he kind of shuffles, and sort of shuffles over and says, "Yes, no, don't worry, you're fine here. I'm sure I can smooth out any lingering hostility. Everything's fine. How are you anyway?"
I'm well. It's the journey here has not been easy. The road seems to be being watched, I've noticed. I think, well, these folk that are after the item, I think your party may have mentioned, I don't recall their name at this point, but I believe the ones who burned down Jack's pub, I think some of their agents are watching the area, so I've been as careful as I can. I was meant to meet your fellows on the down by the lake, I think, but there was just too many open sightlines. It
was too hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So I thought I'd make my way here. My animal messenger told me when I communicated with you before that you would be here. I didn't know that only you would be here, but still.
Yes, it was a sort of a bit of a winging it negotiation move. Well, no worries. I'm sure Master Talon. Yes, thank you. I'm sure Master Talon will be more than happy for you to stay and wait with me while we sit around for a little while and hope that the others can make their way up here.
I trust the area is secure here. I mean, it's quite open. He kind of looks around the big open space of the Eyrie.
Well, define secure.
Well, I mean, you no longer have the manticores here, right?
No. They're long gone. There are so just to give you a quick update. You see those folks over there? And he points.
Yes, I've never seen a wyvern in the flesh before. They're on our side, are they?
Well, in a manticore context, yes. The rest of the time, bit more dubious, but they seem reasonably placid for the moment. I did beat the shit out of their leader the other day, and that seems to have. I think I'm their leader now, so it's all good.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How
I'm not entirely sure how their society works. I'm going to be doing some research later today. It involves alcohol. Would you care to join us?
Sure. Yes. Sounds like an interesting group to speak to. I'm always fascinated how humankind ends up replicating that of nature, and the beasts of the land. We are not too dissimilar, I think, in many respects. So perhaps, yes, you are now the alpha, it would seem. So Whatever you say, sir, I shall go with you.
Yep, 4 foot tall alpha. That's me.
Size matters not, I believe. It was written once in a book. Anyway, you show him in. He kind of has a bit of a tour of the Eyrie. Seems quite wary and sticks to the walls mostly. Not literally, but keeps to the periphery of the Eyrie. As time goes by, you receive a sending from Leobrin, who informs you of what's been going on down in Sverfhaven, and that was actually done in the last session. So I can't remember what it was said or what the reply was, but you replied to it anyway and informed them that Greenblade is here. So that all happens, and then we catch us back up. And now by evening time, that's when you are free to. You are ushered over to the Dragonborn. Go get Krunk. So, first of all, can you make a Constitution check, please? All right. And so did Greenblade.
Let's find out. Constitution. 17.
17. All right. So, you're passed around this this rather large bottle. It has a kind of a clear-ish liquid to it, but once the cork is taken out, you immediately get this aniseedy smell, which actually, given your proficiency with anything brewed, you would recognize bears some striking similarities to Flaming Jack Booker, which you had all that time ago from Flaming Jacks. It's got that aniseedy smell to it, and seems familiar enough. You take a chug of it. It's like Flaming Jack Booker. It's like Sambuca, only it's got a fireball cinnamon kick afterwards. It's quite strong and spicy. Your tongue is ablaze for a moment, and you see Greenblade is suitably surprised as well when this happens. The Dragonborn are just throwing this stuff back, shot after shot. And they're like, to the victor of the spoils, ha ha!
Aniseed and cinnamon, that is a hell of a taste explosion. Cool, yes. Yeah. Well, Brukon's in. He's on board. He does. I'm guessing he hasn't. His worldview hasn't expanded the way he hoped it might, but he was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen because the kind of mystical knowledge spirit that he's searching for probably isn't just commonly consumed in Richir. So he's slightly disappointed, but not massively so, and wades in with a will.
So you see that when they pass around the shot glasses, they're metal glasses, kind of similar to this, but they have it's just the blue wooden kind of overlay with a golden lightning bolt through it. That seems to be a symbol of House Lambold or Clan Lambold, which Drez is a proud member of, and they're like drinking and slamming it down, and then an hour or so into this, you hear some chattered excitement amongst the Aarakocra as a couple of them fly in through the main entrance, saying that you can still understand, of course. You can hear, someone is coming. We have seen the group are coming back. They are coming back now. We should go and help them. They should help them get up the mountain so they can come back in here. And Master Talon,
Brukon. Yes. When Brukon is not currently having a bunch of Dragonborn focused on him, when they're in the midst of one of their toasts and so on, Brukon will lean over to Greenblade and do a kind of, I think he's talking to kind of a very bad stage whisper and say, watch out. I think the rest of them are coming back. Not quite sure how this is all going to play out, so get ready for things to get messy.
And Greenblade says nothing. He gives you a couple of hand signals and a little wink, a cheeky little grin, before revealing a little bit of his short sword.
Understand the hand signals?
Yes.
Oh, well, fine. Yes, what? Okay, so it's a kind of yes, got you. I'm ready to rumble, etc. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, just gives the signal that he's ready. Yes, he does a more complicated hand signal, realizes you don't get it, and then does something a lot more easy to understand. Just okay, and then yes, and meanwhile, ascending the mountain, the rest of the party. Hello, guys. So you've been making your way back up the mountain. Now you had your climbing gear all set there, ready to go. I don't think you guys have found your horses yet because you had to leave them above ground and they went off somewhere to hide themselves. So you haven't seen them yet.
I told them to come back and meet us.
You did, but conspicuously they haven't.
Uh-oh. Our quest for our horses.
Leo, can you call out to a bird to go find our horses?
Oh, yes. I
don't know how your nature stuff works.
I just talk to them. I will speak to the animals. I'll Dr. Doolittle this. First, I'm going to go basic and just yell really loudly for the horses in horse tongue.
So the rest of you just hear just a sharp whinnying. No response.
Oh, no one offended them previously, did they? Any reason why the horses would leave us?
No, I'm nice to
Laos
the horse.
wouldn't leave me just like that. But
Right.
Daenerys is suspicious.
Let's.
No, we're great at tracking stuff. I'm going to look at the ground and look for tracks. Like this, we've never failed tracking something.
Sure. Yeah,
we are pros at this.
For everything.
This is. I mean, we all know there is no weak spot in this party, and survival certainly isn't one of those things.
While you do that, Leo will call down some wildlife.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Am I doing a survival check?
Yes.
Cool. 6. God, we're good.
Looking at the ground, you have seen, like, it takes you a little
Definitely
while.
the ground.
It definitely rained here the other day, so that helps. And for a moment, you're like, hang on, I've got it. No, that's a bear print. That's a bear print. There were bears here. Leo spoke to bears not long ago. Yep. Okay, that checks out. Cool. That's all you get in this area.
Cool. I turn to the party. Bears ate the horse. I don't think we should.
And then, Leo, you call down the wildlife as this is happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Daenerys just glares at Seth. Just like,
hello? Anyone with manners in hearing range?
The carrion birds above you start cackling at you. Silly human.
Oh, hello.
Wait
I'm
till
not a
he's
human,
dead
thank
and then
you.
we eat him.
Did they die?
They keep on chattering. They seem to be raucously laughing at you until you hear a slightly different voice coming down. In fact, all of you hear this voice. You hear Seth, a blue and yellow macaw flies in from the tree line and flutters over to Seth and lands on his shoulder. Seth, you recognize this as Crackers, the parrot from Knight's Teacher. The pet of Captain Burns.
So I realise that the bird just said Seth. Does it have the ability to talk, or do I need to talk to Leo to talk to it?
You know that it has been trained to talk. The parrot has been trained to talk.
Aha, Leo, your thing's gone.
Well,
We can all talk to animals now.
I don't think that's how it works. Also, I'm not sure parrots are conversational. Go ahead. Go ahead, Seth. You do you.
There is one thing, Leo. When everyone else heard "Rock," you actually heard "Hello." So you are getting a bit more than everyone else. Yes.
Oh, damn. But why? How are you here? How? What? Where? Oh shit! Everyone's here.
Ship is setting sail.
Okay. Why have you come to tell me?
Where do we go? Where do we find you?
Where are we going? Dragon Kingdom.
Richie.
Yes. Rachir. Tell the captain I'm going to Rachir.
And Leo, you get from that particular bark that's a shock and surprise and oh no!
Okay, so
Dragonborn Kingdom.
The parrot understands human speech but can't speak it except to repeat certain phrases.
It knows certain phrases. Yeah, it knows. It can.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's got a bit of the Kenku, mimicry about it. It can mimic certain.
It's an exchange student.
Yeah. Dragonborn Kingdom. Where we find you there?
Yes, would.
I mean, that's a whole kingdom.
Gold be delivered. Gold prizes delivered. Treasure delivered. All has been delivered. Crackers saw it.
Good Crackers. And I'm gonna pet him. Do I have food? I'm gonna give him some food.
Yeah, you got rations.
Good. Yeah, good messages, Crackers.
Chef is in trouble. Chef, be careful.
Wait, what was that? Chef in trouble?
And he kind of.
I'm always in trouble.
And
Am I more in trouble now?
He reaches into under his wing and pulls out some rolled up scrap of parchment and then passes it to you with his beak.
Just imagining Leo losing his mind as Seth patronizes the shit out of this parrot.
Oh my god. Hey,
I patronize everyone.
I have had conversations with Reginald.
You have had conversations with Reginald.
Yeah.
Call him by his real name as well, which is very appreciative.
If I don't patronize them, I've already killed them.
So, are you unrolling the parchment?
Yes.
So you see, it's another wanted poster, Seth. This time it has your name on it, and it has a reward of 500 gold pieces.
Can I cash myself in and then escape?
Are you asking this out loud?
No.
Okay.
Vala will look at me.
Well, if you're asking me as the DM, you can certainly try.
One day. I'm just going to look at it and go, oh, shit. And does it say my crime?
Piracy, it says.
I haven't done that in any month.
Traitors aboard!
That's the statute of limitations on piracy is a month.
Well, we've been playing for 2 years. The game's been on for a month.
Traitors aboard.
Traitors aboard.
Traitors aboard. Your parrot said a thing.
Is everyone okay?
Captain is warned.
Hang on.
Traitors aboard, Seth.
Is everyone important okay? Cool. Is Wave dead? Shit.
Shit.
Thank you for the warning, Crackers.
Welcome. Stay safe, Seth. And then starts flying off.
Bye, Crackers. Have you seen my horse?
No horses here. No.
Ah, shit.
And he flies off back in the direction he came from.
Cool. So we're looking for our horses.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems.
Birds. The bird's
Yep.
the word. The word is the word.
Thanks, Bart, in the chat.
Ignore the bird. Nothing happened. Ignore the bird.
No, different
Oh,
bird.
and
We're
hello,
gonna get a
Kerry, in the
different
chat as well, and Drake and everyone. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
The team are on it here in the chat more than me because I'm too busy pretending to be a parrot half the time. So this is the life that we lead. Anyway, so you guys are now. So you're gonna stop ascending to then try and look for the horses, right? Is that what your plan is, or yep? Okay.
Good point. Can we really use the horses on the? Yeah, we can. Yeah.
It'd be
I'm
quite.
glad no one has any parrot follow-up questions.
When you came up the mountain before, you didn't take the horses all the way up because it was pretty. You couldn't do it from the route you went before.
The first half is handy to have horses.
Yeah. So the first half you could do. So sure, why don't you all make survival checks? See how you do.
Oh joy!
Unless you have other means of locating the horses. I mean, Malar, you've got your
I was going to do
sense of smell, for instance.
Hope.
I don't think Malar has a horse, so this is all basically academic. Went for Malar.
Ah, fair enough.
Shire horse.
Screw it. We can't take the horses
Non-natural
to Rachir anyway.
20.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
All right, great. Anyone else get anything like that? Anywhere close?
No.
Oh. One-handed.
All right, Neris. In that maternal instinct of your love for Laos the mare, which is a familial connection to you at this point, that is the connector when you're away from your uncle. You know, that's a connection to him. Means that, you know, you are so driven looking across the ground, and you eventually find hoof prints. You find it seems to be a very large, wide horse. You recognise maybe this is possibly Horsey, or aka Reginald. And start following these tracks. Are you doing this alone? Or are you bringing the rest of them with you?
I'm bringing them with me.
Bring the party with
Do
you.
not split the party.
Good.
Bring the party.
So continuing on, when you find these tracks and start following them, you find eventually a second set of hoof prints join it, and recognise this must be Laos. And you can tell this because it seems that when they first kind of intercede, you can see that the larger horse starts being dragged a little bit. It's as if it's just been kind of grabbed and pulled a bit by the other horse. And they continue sort of in tandem together, winding their way around the side of the mountain. This is different to the way that you guys got up. Continuing following these tracks, non-natural 20, not going to make you guys roll again. You find they lead into some undergrowth where it seems that they were for some time. And you gather this because you can see the bushes have been chewed at. They clearly have been, grazing a bit here while they've been waiting. And as you are looking over this particular area, Neris, with your non-natural 20, notice that there is a set of footprints. It seems a shoed humanoid has approached. The horses, it seems, were then went with this human, and it goes away from this area, and it goes towards the mountain.
Son of a bitch stole our horses. I don't know who it is, but I feel like roasting someone. Anybody with me?
It's going in the direction we need to go. I'm fine with a little walk and roast.
Excellent.
All right. So if you guys start following,
are we following a path, or are we in following woods now?
So this, it's across fertile ground. It's through some shrubs and trees. It's not really a wood as such, but it's
Okay.
A slightly wooded area, yes, I guess, which then leads out into the foothills, and you can see this these three sets of prints start heading towards the mountain, and the tracks stop as they reach a slope going that seems to be winding its way up the mountain.
Is this the way we need to go?
You can see this leads up to the Eyrie. You can see it's a different route to the way that you guys went, or certainly not the place that you came on, because you kind of you at the steepest incline, you guys got climbing gear and started climbing upwards. It seems like this is a lot longer but gentler slope, but it eventually seems to kind of connect up with the up towards the Eyrie where you guys are heading.
It's on the way. Let's keep going.
Let's go.
All right. So following this round, it's quite a windy, very narrow path, and you can see, they would have had to have gone single file. Like the horses probably would have struggled a bit. Horsey in particular probably would have struggled at this point, going across this area. Can everyone make dexterity checks, please, or acrobatics, actually?
Dear.
One Malar, time for you to shine.
Well, I'll disappoint people now. It was a natural one.
Oh my.
15.
15.
12.
12's fine.
16.
Fine. 16. Okay, the three of you, not a problem. Malar and Brina, a bit more of a problem. Let me just double check.
18. Sorry, 18. I absolutely nailed it. I didn't even add my. I was like 16. Don't need to add a modifier.
So as you, so the three of you, the three elven kind of take the lead, scooting around. Neris in the lead because she's gonna find a horse. We took the wrong fluffy boy, and start heading around the start heading around the
I
side of the
literally watched that episode like 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, it's almost like I knew. And then for those of you who haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you're like, what the hell is this guy doing? But yes, with Malar and Brina at the back. Now Malar, you notice, it's a bit windy. You feel a bit unsteady going up here. But Brina seems to be much more nervous than you, and she's like, Malar, I'm not sure. I'm a bit worried. Are you okay?
Oh yes. Now don't you worry. I have these great big old Loxodon. Fun. Let me give you a hand.
Thank you. What? And she starts to slip off the side of the cliff. You try and grab her, and then you go off balance as well. The two of you start tumbling off of the mountain, and she goes, ah! Then Brina just goes, Featherfall! And then the two of you slow down and start falling very slowly down. And breathe a huge sigh of relief as you descend down. It was touch and go there. And but now you gradually, gracefully float down, and now you realize that you guys are at least 100 feet or so below the rest of the group. Sorry, Malar, I tried.
Now, don't you worry. This is, and we can remedy with just some good old-fashioned hard work. And I will pick up Brina, put her on my shoulder. And we will start to. So have we fallen off the path, or are we just on a lower component of it?
You've fallen off the path, yes. Kind of land on some jagged
Can
rocks.
Can we lower some rope to them?
You need 100 feet of rope. Hang on.
You know what? Go on.
I could make it up to you, Malar. Do you fancy flying again?
Well, now, Miss Brina, you don't have to make it up to me. I'm not too.
So that's a yes
then.
By
this happenstance.
She casts fly.
Indeed.
She casts fly on you as you're holding her. It's like whee!
Then I will take her off my shoulder and I will hold her in my trunk.
Amazing, wow. Yes. Flying Malar needs to happen every session now.
I'm just gonna fly up over the top. Not directly above the party, 40 foot up, like a cloud. Put some shadow on them.
So in the fading lights, you guys, the three of you, as you're kind of looking back, well, Neris is probably quite determined to carry on down the path and find her horse. The other two are probably like, where's the other two gone? And then you just see this looming shadow creep over you. You look up, and silhouetted by the sky is a flying Malar with a Brina in his trunk. Ah, he lives.
Okay, they'll just take the easy way. Let's keep walking.
Yeah, like I would like to take the opportunity to maybe while I've got this 10 minutes.
I bet you guys all thought when you aced that dex check that you were going to end up in a better position. Yeah.
It has cost 2 spell slots for Brina, but yes, you're right.
True.
I'd like to take this opportunity just to scout the path ahead and generally things out, make sure everything's safe.
That's a good call. Make a perception check, Malar. $18, nice. Okay, so you notice the carrion birds are still kind of ghosting the party. They're following them, shadowing them, should I say, not ghosting. I'd be avoiding them. Anyway, shadowing the party. But aside from that, it seems pretty clear. And you even, with your 18, you can see up ahead where this incline meets the path that you guys were on originally going up to the Eyrie. There's a bit of a drop down to it. Maybe 10 feet or so on a very steep incline, but certainly could be doable for horses. Perhaps this is the way that they went. And you would guesstimate with that perception check that you could make it there before the fly spell wears off.
I will sort of mention to the party below that is what I'll do. There seems to be something up ahead, geography, that I will investigate. I'll meet you there. Fly off in advance. Vanguard of the party.
Yep, start flying off up ahead. And the rest of you, this path is fairly featureless, rocky, narrow, but it winds its way around the skirts around the mountain until you get to the point where you meet up with Malar and Brina, who look refreshed and revitalized, whereas the rest of you have certainly been putting the work in. And find this incline. It's fairly simple to negotiate if you have equipment to do it. Like for instance, if you had some rope or something, that'll make it very easy. Otherwise, it'd just be an athletics check just to make sure you. It would be more an athletics or acrobatics to maintain your balance as you go down the incline. Make sure you don't lose your footing. But if you want to take precautions, you won't need to make a check.
Seems like we shouldn't take precautions.
Assume at least one of you has rope, right?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got a rope.
So it takes you a little longer, but you can get over there, and it seems you're on the right path, and in fact it leads you back onto the path, which you remember is the walk up to the Eyrie. You start getting some recall. You can remember this path. In fact, just up ahead is where the meteor crashed into the mountainside. And you had that
Is there
strange
anything-
I
alien
remember
creature
this.
there.
Is there
Brina
anything-
nearly killed me here.
Yeah. Was there anything we left here to get later?
I think we took the power thing, the orb.
The orb. Just didn't know if there was anything else we wanted.
We left
We're
the
in a
body
rush.
there. Of that
I'm not going back to check
squid
if it's
thing.
still dead.
Yeah. If we go back and it's there, we don't need it. If we go back and it's gone, I don't want to know that. Both of those results are bad.
I agree with Leo
100%
Grin.
agree.
Sometimes ignorance
Let's-
is bliss,
let's-
says the wizard.
Let's go find our horses and our Brukon.
Okay. Neris, you sense you're closing in on Laos. There's just your insight tells you you're not far away from getting your horse back. As you, waddle up, going up the path. As you get to the entrance to just before the entrance where the meteor crashed into the mountain, even with your passive Neris, you can hear the sound, an echoing sound of a couple of horses that seem to be stirring.
Guys, they're nearby.
Cool. Let's get ready to fight. Get my car out.
What?
Neris,
But someone's
There's-
taken a
look at-
horse.
Neris looks at Seth, and just thinks, "You know what?" and draws her sword too.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh.
You act like we ever meet people in a cave that we don't plan to kill. What dream world are you living in?
I agree.
But Brina's like, are we gonna kill the horses?
No, people that took them, possibly.
Oh, okay. And then gets out her. She turns the wand into the quarterstaff.
Yes, Brina's on board.
She's gonna walk into the cave like armed to the teeth.
I'm seeing some disapproving nods, shakes from you, Malar. Yet,
Oh, now, see, these horses could have just left of their own accord.
and trailed
think that
the
plan-
mountainside that is not big enough for them.
Mr. Seth, if these people were if these horse rustlers were determined to do damage, they would have done so already. I don't believe that this is what you're making it out to be. Maybe we should try words rather than blades first.
Yeah, words are always a viable option. You just have to have the blade out to make the words more effective. This is obvious.
Malar isn't arguing with Seth.
Aha, victory
So
for Seth.
not tempted to set off his item that was with the voice
No,
command.
no.
I forgot to mention that in the recap that the pranks that Beckett helped you guys pull off, Seth and Malar against each other, was very amusing. But I'm sure they'll come up again. All right, so as you guys cautiously enter or round the corner with your arms armed, your arms ready, you see the two horses in this cave. That's it. In fact, the body of the Mind Flare, although you don't know it's called that, is no longer there, and nor is the body of the Intellect Devourer and the Aarakocra are still there, but the Mind Flare body has conspicuously missing.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Now we know.
Yeah. Are there any
There's-
other?
Sorry, that was a lot of things. You say to cast Detect Magic, somebody?
That was me.
Oh, you've got Eldritch Sight invocation, have you?
Maybe.
Yes, you have.
Oh, well, yeah.
I remember, yes.
Yeah.
Because it was missing when Leo stopped having it, so it's good that it's back. So yes, you cast Detect Magic. Not getting any special magical senses, although this is the first time Seth's used it, so you will notice a magical essence giving off Neris. There's a lot of evocation magic concentrated around Neris, but there seems to be a bit of a mixture, but evocation is the top one. You're getting a sense of a magical aura around Leobrin as well.
A magical.
Strangely, not so much with Malar, but or Brina, even though they both do magic stuff, but apparently not magical beings themselves.
Okay.
But aside from that, you're not getting any other magical essence inside the cave.
Yeah, cool.
Are there
There's-
any unfamiliar? Oh, sorry, Marty.
No, go for it. No, that you go.
Keep trying. Are there any unfamiliar scents? Like there are horses, so it's just the smell of horses. Obviously, the Intellect Devourer, the Illithid, those things, scent of death and decay. Is there anything else here that I can smell that maybe I'm not already aware of?
Yeah, do you want to make a perception check with advantage using your Loxodon sense of smell?
20.
23. Okay. The Illithid smell is noticeably absent. Like the area's been cleaned. It's gone.
Okay.
But you get the strong smell of the horses. It appears they've been here a little while because you immediately detect the dung which has been dumped in one corner.
How polite of them.
Yeah, they are apparently very well trained. And you get the smell. It's a kind of a bit of a musk of certainly a humanoid. Somebody, it seems somebody who has not wearing any perfume of any kind. Get a rugged sense. That's it.
So,
Quietly, only so the party can hear, I will mention somebody else is here.
It's rather
so
faint. but you get it.
Neris sheathes the sword and turns to Leobrin. Asks, "Can you ask Laus who brought them here?"
Yes.
As soon as you speak, Neris, Laus kind of pricks her ears up and turns, sees you, and then starts coming over and nuzzling into your
It's over.
shoulder.
I pat, but like with a worried expression because someone took my pony.
Laos.
Yes.
Why are you two not where we were meant to meet you, and why with someone else who's not here? Question mark. Are they here? Is this a trap?
Oh no. It was the one who wanders the woods. The woodsman, I think his name is. He Neris seems to her pupils seem to dilate when he's around, I've noticed.
Are you role playing my character?
No, there was a comment made in an earlier session, which I took on board. I noted.
Okay.
And now I'm trying to. Do horses see color?
I'm not sure. Let's go with no until we're proven otherwise.
I wonder if anyone here could possibly tell us anything about horses.
I don't know about their sight.
Horse?
Shocking.
Do you have horse
Shocking.
sight? My horse.
Fake horse girl.
No.
Horse
Oh, we
geek as
went there.
opposed to horse nerd. No.
Dear internet.
You actually need to find this out. Okay, fair enough. Go for it.
I just want to ask if this person wore a lot of green.
Horses are not colourblind. They have two-colour or dichromatic vision. They naturally see the blue and green colours of the spectrum and colour variations based upon them, but cannot distinguish red.
Nice. Green. Hello.
That's from the Equine Vision Wikipedia page.
Thank you, Wikipedia. So, yeah.
I'm imagining there's a whole pedia just for equine vision. Were they perhaps wearing a lot of green, or is this someone else?
Yes, green. They wore green.
In common to everyone else. Green blade, I think. The woodsman wore a lot of green. That's that guy, right?
The guy that was meeting us.
He fed
stole our
us.
horses.
I found Reginald, and the woodsman fed us well, and brought us here.
The guy who was meeting us found our abandoned horses and took them somewhere safe, Seth.
Up a cliff, half a day away.
In the direction we were going.
I was gonna say, is that not where you were planning to take the horses, to be fair?
Yes.
But I wanted to do it.
This is foiled again.
There's a reason. It's bad. I'll find it.
Okay. I'm sure you'll find a reason to kill somebody.
Thank you.
Well, this is great, other than we had to do all that walking ourselves. Was this the cave we were going to leave them in last time?
No, you left them further down the mountain because you didn't see a path to take the horses this high up.
This is better. This is better than where we left them last time.
Are we not taking them?
I just like watching James's face. That's the only reason.
Are we not taking them to the Eyrie with us?
Can we get them up the steep cliff climbing? The seesaw, the narrow ravines, the tunnel where we had to get Malar's butt stuck.
Didn't Master show us an easier way? Because we took children back down the mountain. I assume we have a much more comfortable way.
We didn't. We kind of skipped over that, didn't we? Oh no, you had Aarakocra with you taking the children. That's right.
Flying.
Then why have we been looking for the horses if we're about to abandon them? Easily. Why did we even bring the horses if we're about to abandon them then permanently?
Don't they have our stuff? Or your stuff?
So why
tails?
Why did we bring them at all?
We have to carry our stuff less distance?
Maybe the wyverns can take them.
But we can't get them to the wyvern.
Oh yeah. I could cast fly on them.
We've really screwed ourselves.
Cool. Let's take our ships and free the horses. Let them roam free on this cliff.
I could cast fly on them, Seth. I've still got 2 uses left.
I really want to see.
So E.T.
Is it 1 minute of flight, or how long is the flight?
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes. I just want to see horses flying for 10 minutes.
I want to ride Louse into the air.
Okay. I can only do one horse at a time. So when the first one gets across and is safe, let me know, and then I can do the other one.
Okay, let's get to Brukon with flying horses and get there safe and free him from his very happy training.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
But we're not at the spot right now, are we? Where we need to fly?
No.
We're in a cave.
Oh no. Well, no, but I mean, who should I fly first? We can discuss while we go.
Cool. So, we making our way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way, we're going to determine whose horse gets the flying treatment first.
Nereus can take Laos, and then someone else can just fly horsey up afterwards.
Okay.
But we actually need to get. No, if it lasts for 10 minutes, we can't start flying now until we're at the seesaw.
Seesaw, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So some time
Definitely
passes
don't
as you
start
go up
horses
the
flying
path.
in a cave.
Not too much time, but enough time. You got to negotiate your way across the remains of the tunnel, which is now just rubble, which is a bit slow going to get over there, but you can do that easily enough. You notice a few rocks do get pushed off the edge of the cliff just from the weight of the horses the laden horses as they start going over. But everyone keeps their footing, and eventually you do get to the seesaw just as the sun is setting. My phone isn't on silent. Naughty boy. And you get to the seesaw. So is it Laos first? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Nereus, do you know the way to the entrance from here?
Do I? Does she?
Make a history check.
Just about thereabouts. Okay.
Make a history check
Okay.
just to make sure you don't get lost.
Because I, as a player, don't.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, that'll do. Let me see if there's even anything external. Oh, 21.
21. Perfect. Okay, so you do. So you think.
Good
oh,
rolls.
You kind of think. Well, yeah, it's just a winding path up the map. Oh, and then remember that there's the third test
Gusts.
which has the gusts. So you want to avoid that. If you'd rolled poorly, you may have come a cropper there. So yeah, good job. So yes, you can avoid that, and you reckon, yeah, you could probably get there in the amount of time that you'll be flying. It's whether you can fly Laos. That's the question, or whether Laos will take to flying. That's the real question.
Well, we'll look very dashing either way with like a black mare and my smoky outfit. I mean, it's all very
It's very witchy.
evil.
I have
Yeah.
a question
Yes.
about horse flight.
Okay.
We're all imagining, horse legs moving in the air. Is he just completely still and just moving up like an elevator? Because he doesn't need his legs to fly.
I think it's probably like
And then
one of those
it-
things where it's like a helicopter harness when they have to helicopter out horses and they just have their legs dead straight because there's
Yeah,
they're like reaching out for the ground.
I'm just picturing like a horse Lego just literally completely going up straight, and then it's like, and forwards.
Yeah,
Completely
because
still.
our budget
when you
is so
said
low.
helicopter
Just
before you said
Yeah.
lift. Before you said lift and you just said helicopter, and I'm just imagining like horse, all legs splayed, spinning rapidly.
Yes. So, well, we'll see, won't we? Because it depends how the horse reacts to this as well. You're right that they don't need their legs to fly, but it's whether they'll put two and two together, being that they're horses. They're not stupid, but they're not the cleverest of animals either.
Leo Barin, could you tell Laos not to break out?
Oh, yes. They probably don't understand what's going on. That is a very clever idea.
I'm so
Laos,
smart.
Why are we near a
and
cliff? I don't like this.
Reginald, you're going to not like this even more, and then hopefully really like it.
I don't like this. Reginald is clearly a bit spooked already by what you've been saying. No.
So we're going to play a fun game called You Get to Be Birds.
I like games, actually. Ooh, this sounds good.
10 minutes.
Sorry about him. I can't take
Not
him
a
anywhere.
second
Surely.
more.
Surely
Um,
the phrase is, you get to be horse flies.
Hey.
Horses hate horse flies.
Boom! Oh, hang on. Did the air horn. There we go. Yay! Got to do it in session.
Oh dear.
Too much.
Our friend is going to give you the ability to fly for a period of time. We'll just follow your rider's directions as usual, just in the air.
I don't like this, but if you insist.
Understandable, but it's the only way we're getting you up the mountain.
Neris, help me! And Laos just puts her head over your shoulder. No, I don't like it. Help me!
Just like, Pats, it's gonna be okay. We're both gonna go do this, and you're not gonna be alone. It's okay.
I don't understand, but I feel that she's being sympathetic.
That's correct.
It's actually getting it's actually getting a little annoying. Can you tell her to slow it down?
Slower. Yes. No. We're gonna fly. Neris will be with you the whole time. We'll all be together.
Okay.
We'll fly up the bit that we can't walk. And then it'll be fine.
Can you make a persuasion check, please, Leo Bryn?
Oh my.
I'll give you advantage. Neris is helping you. She's trying to calm Laos.
I'm good at persuasion.
But even still, it's a group effort.
Yeah. What about Reginald? Reginald's not getting petted.
Not yet. He's not going first.
How do you feel about 20?
Natural 20 or?
No.
I mean, if I were you, I'd feel pretty good about 20. Yes. Laos it takes a sharp intake of breath. Fine. Okay. Let's do this then. Stands up, prim and proper, ready to go. Expectantly for Neris to mount.
Neris, you're up.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm up. Yep.
And Brina's got now turned the quarterstaff back into the wand. Ready? Dan is laughing way more than I thought you would there.
No, it's the gift that Marshall has just dropped into Discord.
Oh, okay. Yes, the Discord.
It's unbelievable is what it
Oh, man.
is. What is that?
It's a flying horse.
Oh, I wish we could share it on the Twitch chat. Yeah. This is
It's basically a horse doll on a blue screen being like unfurled from a wire.
The worst part about this is that that's
Twitch
in our
chat.
private chat, so even the guys on Discord can't see it. Like,
I've put the link to that GIF in Twitch.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, are you ready? And Brina's there with a wand. Ready? Neris?
Yes.
Is Laos ready? Leo, is Laos ready?
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that you can't talk to each other. Laos, you're ready? Yes, we're gonna go for it now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Everyone is saying yes.
Okay. Fly. And she just kind of slaps her on the butt with the wand, and you see the magical essence given off, and immediately Laos starts rising upwards. Neris, can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got a horse that's now flying, and this is not an experience you've had before.
Dexterity, you said? Couldn't find D&D Beyond because I don't remember my thing. That's 13.
13. All right. Just as the horse, as Laos starts rising, you can feel the saddle starting to slip to one side, and you're like, holding on. And you manage to.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes
but
no
okay.
sense. It makes no sense. None of this makes sense. You're flying. You're on a flying horse. You grab the mane, right yourself. Okay, something needs tightening clearly here, but okay, you're ready, and you do get back into your seated position. Louse is
hyperventilate.
Louse at first kind of is rigid and panicked, like and just like whinnying quite a lot, very unsettled by this, and then starts frantically like trying to gallop, but her legs aren't doing anything.
There's pats on the neck, just like, calm down. This is totally normal. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And she's just floating in the air currently, not moving forward at this point.
It's okay. Let's go. Can I steer? I don't know how to describe the area to steer her safely, but
yeah, because you now got a third dimension, which you wouldn't normally have with a horse.
Yeah. Assume that I from my perception check that I know where to go.
Yeah, you know where to
so
go.
I'm
Yes.
just a history check or whatever.
Yeah, you did.
So
that,
I will go there.
So you just kind of kick her, around the, as you would normally do, just to get it going.
Spur
With a
her on.
Spur her on. There we go. Thank you. Yes, I knew you'd have the phrase. If you didn't, well, you are our only and best hope. So anyway, yes, continue on. So you do that, and then she starts willing herself forward and starts floating across, and you start making your way over there, and the rest of you can see the black mare with the smoky outfit rider disappearing off into the distance and round the corner. I'm sure this is going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Yeah, cool, great.
Metal AF is what it is.
It's pretty metal.
Exactly.
So, Brukon, you heard this commotion, and with are you just sticking with the Dragonborn for now, rather than going to see what the fuss is about?
What can Brukon see from where he is right now?
So you're well into the Eyrie. You've seen the commotion by the entrance. A few scouts have come in, and a few others are kind of like chattering excitedly. And you can see Master Talon kind of going about among them, trying to calm down and find out what the situation is. Obviously, you've understood what they're saying because of the singing bowl.
Yeah. I think probably it makes the most sense that Brukon would get up and casually saunter over, grabbing himself a generous measure of the spicy brew, and saunter over to see what's what.
As you go, you can hear like some of the slightly drunker Dragonborn being like, "Oh, where's the dwarf going, eh? Where's he going?" And they're a bit dishevelled, hence the
and a bit Scottish.
And a bit Scottish, yes, a bit suddenly because they're so dishevelled and drunk, obviously.
Hey, when one is drinking, it's an occupational hazard when you're drinking.
Indeed.
Well, Brukon is still just about has enough presence of mind to know not to give the game away about his sudden temporary ability to speak or understand all languages. So he'll kind of look back as he hears them talking, but won't. He then just kind of goes, "Nope, focus," and turns back and walks towards the entrance. And
you hear as you continue onto the entrance, you also hear Drez speaking to them, going, "Oh, he's fine. No, don't worry. We keep eye on him. It's fine." And then you hear him shout out to you in common, "Bring us some of the dwarven ale when you return, huh? Yes."
Brukon turns back and gives him a little wave, but at this point, his whatever small bit of entertainment he's able to get out of these guys is massively secondary to the possibility of seeing his friends again. So
it's been a while coming. So as you saunter over to the entrance, Brukon, you see the Aarakocra suddenly part, and looking through the tunnel that leads out of the Eyrie. It's not a particularly long tunnel, but it's thicker than a normal gateway would be. So, mechanically speaking, a tunnel. And you can see as in the in the dying lights, you can see floating down to the surface, to the end of the path, a black mare with a smoky outfit rider, wind blowing majestically as they land on the ground, and then as the smoke clears, you can see
You
Neris's
see a
face.
1980s. You see a 1980s hair metal music video.
Exactly.
Being filmed
This is
in front of
exactly
your
what you
very
see.
eyes.
You just hear
That's exactly it.
Smoke machine, the whole thing.
smoke machine, guitar shred, like.
Well, Brukon has no choice but to watch to watch in awe, I think.
And you've still got your drink as well, so you can just be like,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, excellent. As Neris, you land on the path. You can see the Aarakocra parting the ways at the entranceway, and it almost is like a guiding light to Brukon standing there, observing you, and you see each other, the elf and the dwarf.
Great. Hi, Brukon.
Hi, that's a neat trick. That's new.
It's all Brina. I totally wasn't scared. Fine. Everything's fine.
The hair's a little unkempt. She's
Fine.
clearly a little bit.
She kind of stumbles off of the horse, just like.
Yes.
That's a good decision because
yes,
Laus isn't
fine.
moving. Laus is really confused now that now she's landed.
And
Freaking
yeah.
out, man. Brukon walks forward and goes, "Oh, drink." And
Yes.
offers some of the spicy brew. He goes, "It's the Richiri stuff. It's quite good actually."
There's kind of like a, because it's Richiri, therefore gross.
The elf has returned. I thought as much.
She just turns her head towards wherever the guy is, just goes.
He's beyond Brukon.
Yeah, Brukon. Neris and Brukon turn in unison, and Brukon just kind of holds a finger and goes, "Sorry, we're having a little moment here. Do you mind?" And then turns back to Neris. And...
Neris looks at this and hands it back to Brukon. Just
Right,
I'm not having this. It's from there. Not
We've
having
got
it.
something to
fair
calm your
enough.
spirits, but do we have anything to tranquilize this horse?
Yes, cutting back over to yeah.
Well, there's always stunning strike.
Stun the horse.
Possibly short-term gains for long-term pain. But
Oh my god.
the option is there. All I'm saying is the option is there.
Oh my god, you
To
guys.
punch a horse.
By the way, Richiri vodka.
The rest of you, while this union is happening, Brina has been keeping an eye on the sun as a reference point, but she has an intelligence of 20, so she can probably work out the time, the time that has passed.
Smarts.
Because I think it's been about 10 minutes. Shall we take Horsey, Seth?
Yeah, well, the best person to ride him up would be Leo, since he can actually talk to him and direct him to fly.
Okay.
And while they're doing that, we can just go up normally. We don't need to stay still while you're doing the spell, so we can meet them up there.
Okay. Okay, Leo. I might get on Reginald as well, if that's okay.
Oh yes, of course.
Just in case
But then
anything
that
goes
just
wrong.
leaves me and Mala.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mala, is that okay?
Oh, yes. This gives Mr. Seth and I an opportunity to have a little catch up. Heart to heart on the way up.
So ominous.
Just a little check-in on his moral development.
Brina, you sure you don't want to stay with us?
Well,
We'll carry you.
Oh, I just think that if there's a I wouldn't want a dead horse on my conscience. So if I go along with them, then I can, I can help if anything goes wrong with, because Horsey's not the most well,
Yeah, these are all irrefutable points that I can't counter argument.
And believe me, I've tried, folks.
Yep.
I need to make an unreasonable argument because all the reasonable ones have been used.
Okay, have a nice flight. We'll see you up there soon.
Okay. Are you ready, Leo?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you prefer being called Leo Bryn or... It's not important. Okay, let's go. We'll talk about it on the way. Let's go. Boom.
Bye, Bryn.
Nope, not that one.
Horsey starts levitating upwards, very confused. No, I don't like this at all.
That's fine, but you remember the conversation.
Help me. What do I do? Help me.
Just think in that direction. If you want to move your legs, feel free.
Okay. Think.
Think happy thoughts.
As he says, every time he says think, he moves a bit further forward, and he just the whole way going think. To Brino, it just sounds like heavy breathing and panting, but for you, Leo Bryn, it grates very
kind
quickly.
Of distressing.
Yes. And he
goes
it is slightly clumsy, but in the same direction as Neris and Laos went.
Reginald is a thing.
Reginald is a thing, yes. So Neris and Brukon, as you're catching up, Brukon, because you're still facing that way, you would see in the distance this other large shape that's getting larger and larger as it approaches.
You're probably going to ask me for a roll for this, but can Brukon tell if it's can he recognise the shape?
I mean, I would say not at first, but certainly, if you leave it for a bit, you're gonna know who it is. I mean, you could also ask Neris.
This is the thing I was gonna. If Brukon can immediately clock just by looking what's going on, then there's no need to.
No, I would say you wouldn't immediately.
But
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. But so Brukon turns to Neris and goes, "Is that something we should be concerned about? Is it just Laos who's developed the power of flight, or is this a horse? Have I just really missed some important information about horses? Because I'm
No. It's Brina that's just casting a spell. This isn't permanent, and as you can see, the horse was clearly very freaked out. Just the horse, not me. I was totally fine. But yeah, so it's temporary. No, the horses are still horses, and that's about it. Yeah, we just didn't think that they'd be able to get over that seesaw, if you remember it.
No, I remember it very well.
Deeply unpleasant.
No, that's very good thinking. Good luck we had someone who can help people fly.
Yep.
Note to self. Well, anyway, sure. So, how have you been?
Yeah, there were some fights. As you know, we keep finding trouble. There was I feel like a lot happened, but nobody died. So there's a.
Thanks for the visual aids there, Jack.
Welcome.
Just
in case you don't know what a horse flying looks like. Luckily, here is a
Lego horse, everyone.
Here's an artist's rendition of a horse flying.
That's to simulate what's happening. That's what when you're having this, when you're catching up with Neris, this is what you're seeing approaching in the background.
Yeah.
A Lego horse, no, a real horse.
There was some drow and that attacked Swervehaven, and there's some horrible spiders that I hate, but I got to roast some, so that was good. Oh look, it's Malar. He's probably gonna say it better than me. I'm just gonna
turn around and there's Reginald with Leo Bryn and Brina on.
So as they're coming into land, Brukon says, to Neris, but louder for everyone's benefit. So the Dragonborn, I think, are probably okay for the time being. We've got a bit of an understanding. It's a little odd, but we've got a bit of an understanding going on. They're not I wouldn't describe them as friendly, but we probably don't need to worry too much about them immediately trying to subdue and abduct us all the moment we arrive. Apart from anything else, they've been drinking quite a bit, so I think they're probably a bit slow.
Excellent.
Anyway, hi everyone! As Brukon
Hi.
waves to the rest of the gang
Hi.
as they come into land.
It's very good to see you.
That's very good to see you too.
We do have the other two on their way. They're just taking the no flying horse route.
Well, to reach their own.
Malar and Seth, would you like to make athletics checks, please?
I'm going to cast 3rd level enhance ability on both of them.
Oh,
Give me
right.
those at a
Smart.
I was going to say, Malar and Seth die off screen is a is a choice.
The bodies are never found.
We started the campaign with these two, but they've served their time. Off they go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've served their purpose. Get them out.
We just
Did you just-
everyone else sitting at the top of the mountain waiting for 2 people.
We've just
to
Ned
never come.
Starked these two. They're done. They're off.
What did you cast on me?
Enhance abilities.
Enhance ability.
What do I do?
Roll with advantage for athletics and strength.
Ah, perfect. And you wanted... Sorry, Jack, what check is it?
Athletics.
Athletics. 16. I needed that advantage. Thank you very much.
22.
22. Great. So you guys get over the seesaw, having done it once before, although with magic last time. It's easy enough for you guys to do. You kind of have worked out the puzzle already. It takes a bit of time, but between the two of you, fortunately there are two of you. One of you it would be very difficult, but two of you can get over it, not a problem. And you can't arrive at the entrance to the. Oh, you also get past the gusts, which again you remember the after a near miss for Seth. You remember the pattern of how the gusts billow out from the cracks, and you make your way past that. You arrive at the entrance roughly 10 minutes after Leo and Brina have arrived there, a little way behind, giving those guys enough time to catch up with Brukon as you guys turn up, and you're all back together. Yay!
Yay! We survived.
Yay!
We survived the party split.
Yes.
Me and Mala had a nice little walkover. Complete silence. Don't leave us again.
It's like you're both
if you wanna
paranoid
do the
about
conversation.
Yeah.
Don't give. Yeah, they're both sitting there going, "Don't give him any ammo. Just say nothing. Just don't give anything away."
So yes.
Amazing.
Oh, Mr. Brukon, it's great to see you, and at that I'm hoping that Seth's thing goes
Oh, yeah.
off.
Oh, and yes, Seth, the the sound on the on your oh, what was it? Damn it, bracelet. Back.
Bracelet?
Yeah, it's bracelet. The leather bracelet goes off, which was a recording of Malar, wasn't it? Saying, "Oh, Mr. Seth, I'd be
think so.
careful if I were you."
I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but Brukon takes Malar's thing completely at face value and goes, "Ah, Dickie Chenkreek, a pleasure to see you again, and looking hale and hearty as always." Oh,
Oh, Mr. Seth, I'd be careful if I were you.
what's
I
that
like
about?
to keep a hardy physique. Ignore Mr. Seth, he's playing a shenanigan there.
Oh, so it's a business as usual then. How are you, Seth? Murdered anyone good lately? Sorry, when I say good, I mean murdered anyone satisfying.
Yeah, like 6 people.
Oh, jolly good. Is that a personal best?
For like a week. Especially with all the travelling. Normally it's like more like they come to us. But this was a good week. Especially with like so many people killing. Like Neris, she was on fire. Like so many people also on fire.
Yeah,
But,
Brukon,
you
it
know,
was so cool. You
for
missed
stabbing
it.
with a sword, it was great.
It was so cool. They saved my life. I was being taken away by the drow, and then Neris like burned a load of them and a boat, and Seth like stabbed a lot of them of the drow, and the drow are bad. They're bad, and they were trying to abduct my.
Yes, famously.
And as this is being said, especially the burning part, Neris just like smugly looks at the Richiris.
Dragonborn like, you're next.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I'm gonna say, Brukon, here, I'll show you, and I'm gonna cast Silent Image, and I'm gonna make like a little show of the battle that we did, and I'm gonna like narrate it. So it's gonna be silent image of Neris, then fireball, and then a silent image of Drow exploding, and I'm just gonna keep casting it and making the show of everything that happened.
So this is like the image equivalent of C-3PO in Return of the Jedi, but like Darth Vader.
Yes. Yes. This is exactly that.
Yes, Bart. Yes. Oh dear. We're just nerding out here on Slice and Dice. Don't mind us.
Is that an invocation or is that a spell? Or is
it's an invocation, I believe, that you took, isn't it, Seth?
Yes. So I can cast Silent Image at will.
Yeah.
So I can just make illusion upon illusion upon illusion.
So what you're saying is trust nothing.
You did do that.
From
All of Seth's ideas have come from Leo so far for invocations.
Remember my fake basilisk?
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
The fake dragon in the Eyrie, in fact.
Oh, the fake dragon was bigger spell than
Major illusion.
Yeah, major.
You cast a basilisk. You have a fake one.
Still.
Yeah.
I feel that Leo's has some influence over Seth.
Oh yeah,
impressionable lad.
All of Seth's warlock spells have been my warlock spells.
Yeah. Apart from anyway. Yeah.
Manylands. This is the thrift store model of magic acquisition.
Yes. This one will fit you in a year or two.
Yes. That's actually scarily true. It's eerily true.
Seth rummaging through the bargain bucket of magic, just kind of like
three things.
Jack, do you want someone to play the wow for you for that terrible pun?
Wait, for what pun?
Oh, I thought eerily true was your.
Yeah.
It was not intentional, but those are the best kind of puns. The puns that you don't intend. You're always funny when you don't try to be funny. You see, that's the secret.
Yeah, it's always the way. Brukon kind of like smiles at everyone and says, "Oh, come on! It's silly to stand around out here. Come on inside. I've struck up a pretty solid relationship with Master Talon. I think you'll find the accommodation a bit more comfortable and accommodating, let's say, than the last time you were all here. Come on in."
And so you kind of show them over. Are you showing them over to where the Dragonborn are, where you were drinking and things?
No, definitely not. Brukon mentions as they walk through. Brukon mentions, "Oh, by the way, Greenblade's here as well. He arrived a little earlier today."
Excellent.
You did do the sending thing, so they do know that. But yes, that's fair enough. It's a nice reminder. Yes, he's still here. Yes.
Can you show us the green blade so we can?
Yeah, Brukon goes. Yes, he was with me drinking with the Dragonborn earlier. I think he's still over there.
He gives the okay signal to you from his seat when he clocks you.
If he can see us, I'm going to motion for Greenblade to come here.
Oh, excuse me, chaps. I'll just You're not listening. Fine. Okay.
Jack time.
Oh,
that's the end of the Jack time.
He literally just mumbles, and they don't really pay attention to him, and he just comes over to you. No, the humans they do what they want, eh? And it comes. Yes. Hello. Good to see you. Sorry about the meeting point. As I said, there are eyes everywhere, and I feel some of the creatures may be at the will of our enemy, should I say?
Yeah. Did you bring the item?
I did.
We've got someone far smarter than us now who will be able to identify it and hopefully give us some more information about why they're trying to take it from us. And I've motioned to Brina. Hello.
Oh, greetings. I'm Greenblade. Oh, hi. I'm Brina.
Major Jack Tan.
I'm a wizard, and I came from underground. Oh, really? Oh, well, that's a pleasure to meet you. So the item, yes. And he reaches into his backpack and pulls out a little bundle. Okay, so here it is.
Can the Dragonborn see us from here?
Yes.
No. I'm gonna usher us all towards somewhere slightly more private that that the Dragonborn can't see the item.
Okay. Sure. Make an investigation check, Seth.
Natural 1.
I mean,
Brukon,
it's quite
can
open.
you tell
here.
us where there's somewhere better to go?
I mean, it's the I don't know if you remember this place very well, but it's a great big room with little rooms right around the sides of it. That I've yet to discover a secret hidden briefing room.
Let's go to one of the little rooms, and I'm going to usher us towards one of the little rooms. And once people are in, I'm going to cast Silence Image and make a rock wall appear from where we came through.
What, covering the entire entrance?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can do this.
Okay. Now that there's no peering eyes, oh, and also because it's an illusion, we know it, we can see through it.
Yeah.
So I think they'd have to make an
investigation check to see. Yeah.
Yeah. But because we all know it's a thing and we've all gone through, we can see through it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But obviously, most folks who live here would know that there's not a wall.
Yeah.
So they'd at least get to make a chance.
But the Dragonborn, have been drinking. They don't seem to have paid much mind to you so far.
Green Bay, can you show Brina the item?
Certainly. And he unbundles the item, and you can see the bone dagger that you recognise was once mounted above the bar at Flaming Jack's Bar and Grill.
They wanted Neris and the dagger. Neris, hold the dagger, see if something happens, like fire appears everywhere.
Should we all be in this confined space?
Edging towards the exit.
Yeah, we'll be fine. If something happens, if something bad happens, we'll be fine. We sometimes are.
Oh, by the way, your horses, I've seen them. You got the horses. Okay, good.
Yes.
They looked a bit lost, and I, as I said, noticed there were creatures that I think had ill intent around the area, so I thought I'd best move them. Want to make sure these fine creatures are looked after.
Can I just do a very quick lore check, Jack? Was it? Am I remembering correctly that Damon and his mob were the red cloaks?
Red mages.
Red mages, right? Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, you get you want Neris to take the dagger?
Touch it, see if something happens.
Neris just ominously removes a glove, and she goes like slow-mo, just
here.
As much drama as possible. Like there must be if this was filmed, it'd be like cut to the hand, cut to the eyes, cut to Steph's eyes.
I'm going to change music because it's that important.
We've had a giant dagger made, so we can get a real good close-up of it.
Oh, no, I'm already using Silence Image.
Marshall gets it.
I was going to Silence Image some smoke swirling around you, but I was like, I'm already using it. Damn.
You guys will. I think you guys will appreciate this on the VOD, but you obviously can't hear the music. Can't hear the music over Skype.
Oh wait,
so you reach out.
Only of Ian McKellen reading in the Black Speech in the background. So you can't quite make out what is.
Yeah, similar.
It's super atmospheric.
Have we all
Super
died here?
Okay, so I touched the dagger.
Yes, are we now dead?
You touch the dagger. It's slightly warm to the touch, which it shouldn't be, because it's just a bone dagger.
It's warm.
And as you grasp it, Neris, you get the weirdest sense of deja vu. It feels familiar, and you've never held this dagger before.
Fucking called it.
And she doesn't say that.
Then Steph can't celebrate.
And there's just stares, examines. It's warm. Pretty handy.
It's a very ornate
Anything
bone
else?
dagger. It's well decorated, but everyone can see this.
It's pretty.
Does desire to
Nice
kill
balance.
transform into a
Kind of
dragon?
waves it around a bit.
Greenblade instinctively moves back. Yes, you're. It's good form. Good form.
There's just like points it at him. She's like, you know what? And she's starting to look pretty smug with this.
Indeed. Not sure if you should be concerned about this one, everyone. The dagger, I mean, not the lady, of course.
Okay, no lost us.
Hey.
Brukon goes, none of us seem to have exploded, so...
Hey! What's going on here?
I'm not
There was an alcove here. Where are they gone? Hey! Anyone? Let's search for the... Search for the elf. Where has she gone? You can see the Dragonborn. Drez has noticed something's up.
Neris quickly puts the dagger away.
Yeah, and I'm going to head to the door.
And puts
the
her
door?
glove back on.
It's an illusion. There's no
I'm
door.
going to head to where the door is. I'm not going to walk into a wall. I can still see the door.
Head to the... There's no door. It's an entrance. That's
but I'm
your
going to head
illusion.
to the exit way.
Okay. That's why I was like, what door? Did you put a door on in your illusion? What is this? All right. Okay. Yeah. So you what? Go through it or?
Gonna pop out and just be like, sorry, we just had a emotional reunion. We didn't want to interrupt the festivities.
Can you make a
Brukon's head pops out below and goes, yes, do you mind?
Can you make a persuasion check, please, Seth? With disadvantage, because this is very suspicious. And
what is suspicious?
What's
Seth says
conversation in enemy territory behind an illusion? It's a common thing.
I would like to fill in the blanks, but I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer.
There is literally nothing Seth does that is not suspicious.
Aha, these are not shit. 18.
Drez gives you a very long, serious look. Fine, whatever. Just make sure you don't go missing, huh? You know, you have your private time. We'll be here outside when you're done, okay?
It's fine, yeah. We just wanted some privacy. The tall one, the Loxodon, he's a bit of a crier, so we just wanted to make sure we had some privacy.
Oh, he is the sensitive type, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to fit in well in the chair, you know.
Yeah, he's not the best crier, you know, with the trunk and stuff. There's just a lot of it goes everywhere.
There's
so
just imagines just a flash go through her eyes as she's imagining this guy burning alive on a pyre.
Well, that got intense.
Me or him?
Very quickly.
On a ziggurat.
Is that me or him?
No, him. The
Drez, the dragon.
Just checking.
Drez.
Cool.
Brukon, I haven't actually got an explicit mention of this, but it just seemed it beggars belief, frankly, that Brukon wouldn't have on him some booze.
Sorry, can we just acknowledge the majestic beard combing happening? It's like the side of a coin.
That's good. That's a well-maintained beard there.
It's like the profile, the combing. It's like stamp that on a gold coin.
1600 Emperor DK.
Yeah. Meanwhile, anyway, the thing I was going to say was I haven't got an explicit thing in the equipment list that mentions this, but it just seems completely beyond belief that Brukon wouldn't have some booze. So Brukon produces
you've got
a water
the
skin.
shot, but yeah, that's a good
point. I know, but I meant of his own supply.
Yeah.
That hasn't been pinched from
yeah, what the hell,
and
Brukon? You reformed party boy. What is this?
So, well, semi-reformed. So Brukon kind of, an arm materializes through the rock wall as well with a water skin with some dwarven, IPA or something, and Brukon gives it to Drez and goes, "Oh, by the way, give this a try. See what you make of it. It's not our finest quality stuff, but I think you might like it."
Drez marches up, snatches the cup from you. He's weak, but it's not unpleasant.
It's fruity. Anyway, run along. We'll be with you shortly.
Run along. I like the sass on this dwarf. Fine. I will go. I'm taking this cup, though.
Fine.
I do have to go now.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up, to be fair, because it is getting a bit late. But yes, by all means, if you need to go, you gotta go. But I think this probably brings this conversation to a halt anyway with that interruption. The Neris has wrapped up the dagger.
Before we finish, come out of the alcove, Brina, can you identify the dagger?
I can. Yeah, hang on. And she casts Identify.
You sit there for a minute, totally engorged and waiting, come on.
This is
on,
so. This is a magic weapon. I don't get anything about the heat that Neris was talking about. But it seems all I'm getting from it is that it's magic, and it seems like an ancient magical weapon. This is very old. This is first age old. This is really, or maybe second. I don't know. It's very old.
Identify, so not getting anything about
I'm not
what
getting
it could do.
only that
Used for.
It would cause. It's a magical weapon. It would cause more harm than a regular dagger would. If I was to put a numerical value on it, I'd probably say a +2. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
I'm going to Tesco's tomorrow and getting the best +2 kitchen knife I can possibly find.
Yeah.
Nothing about end of the world rituals, summoning dead things.
I'm not getting anything about that from this, but I mean, it does. I don't like casting spells in it. It feels a bit. It's a bit daunting. It's a bit scary. There's a lot of history with this weapon, and it's not all good. That's all I'm getting from it. But that's not really what the spell doesn't normally give me that kind of information.
I was hoping we'd figure out what he wanted it for. Oh well.
Who wants it for?
At least we know some. Damon, have you fought him? No, you haven't fought him.
Is he one of the red mages that you talked about?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. He is their leader.
I don't know. I'm not getting that. Sorry.
That's fine. Thank you for trying, Brina.
That's okay. Right, yeah. It's with that pearl that we got at the market. You remember?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Oh, hey, Brukon. I got something that you might like. And she pulls out the alchemy jug.
Ooh.
So the guy, we tested this yesterday, and the guy said that you would like it if we did the beer tap. So, well, as everyone's drinking anyway, shall we? Does everyone want some beer?
That is an excellent idea.
I absolutely would like some beer. Sorry, I just want to be clear. That jug, what, does it just have beer in it, or does it? It's
a magical thing. I can have a number of liquids come from it. Well, only one at a time, but one of them is beer. I could have water come from it, or acid. I think Seth wanted acid, but I told him probably not a good idea. Or I think poison.
Yet.
And there's something called mayonnaise. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a liquid.
For some reason, this jar that only makes liquid also makes mayonnaise.
Okay. All right. Well, as soon as mention was made of a magical beer dispensing jug, Brukon's eyes just go saucer shaped, and he goes, "Yes."
Good.
There's something never qualified, as far as I can tell. I should actually check, but I don't know how good the beer is.
It's a very good point.
It could be absolute piss.
Well, I think you'll find that quantity has a quality of its own.
Let's get some cups and then let's celebrate being together again.
Oh, yes.
Sounds like a good plan.
Shall we leave the alcove now, Seth?
It was just to hide the dragon dagger from the dragon people who probably know more about it and will kill us probably if we have it.
So are you going to hang on to this weapon?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It's not the smartest plan, but I feel like it will lose it off screen if we don't have it.
Okay. I mean, I don't understand what off-screen means, but sure. Okay. Yes, if you're going with these Dragonborn, just be careful. Not sure they'll... Well, let's hope they don't take it, that's all I'm saying. Wouldn't want it in the wrong hands, whatever this is.
Who should keep a hold of it? I feel like if it's with Neris, if we lose her, we lose both of the things Damon wants, so someone else should carry it. Any volunteers for the dangerous dagger that can get people killed? Anyone?
Sure.
Oh, well. Go on then, Mr. Seth.
Oh.
I don't trust you that much anyway with small pointy.
I love Leo just straight away. Yeah, I'll take it. Any sort of dangerous thing. Yeah, I'll take it.
So, Leo, Mala, first one to grab it takes it. Who wants it?
Leo can have it.
Yeah. I'll grab the
Yeah.
dagger.
Leo is now in charge of the artifacts that can destroy the world.
Fantastic.
Fine.
All right, so as you guys exit the alcove, you can see the Dragonborn are still having much merriment. They kind of cheer as you guys come out, and they start. And Malar, it's quite strange. Well, actually, it's not. No, you would have heard Seth, so it's not that strange. But they seem to be quite. They seem to be mocking you a little bit and offering you rags to mop your eyes with.
Having heard Seth, I've sort of rubbed my eyes before
Or
Aww.
maybe it's hay fever, you know. It happens to all of us, you know. Don't worry too much about it, huh? Yeah, you know, it's catharsis. It's good. You'll enjoy this. You let it all out, big guy. And they start offering you Richiri Sambuca. Or Richiri vodka.
All of Seth's goals have been accomplished, so I'm just going to retire this character. He's done. There's nothing left for him to accomplish in the world.
I'm done. I'm out, guys.
He's mocked Malar proficiently.
And Brina settles down the alchemy jug, taps on it, and gives the command word. Gives the enchantment, and then goes beer, and then beer starts gushing out of one of the taps, and she quickly grabs a cup and starts dispensing.
Immediately just dives underneath and just mouth open, just like.
Oh well, it's okay. It's going to be a contest, so roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay. Roll Brina's initiative.
Oh, I was so close to a natural 20. I know it's not a skill check, but still. It was, however, an 18 in the end.
Well, that's much better than Brina's 3 on the dice, which makes it a 1. So, a 2. So, yes, you get in there first before she can get the cup down. Just taking the beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Not one drop must touch the ground.
And so the evening continues with much merriment, and that's where we'll leave things tonight. We'll pick it up when you guys wake up. Some of you probably hungover in the morning, with potentially setting off on your next leg of the adventure. Very exciting. So we'll be back with the next episode here in the Manylands. The next session will be in 2 weeks' time. I will of course let you know if anything changes in scheduling before that, and I will do so via our social media. If you're not following us already, it's at slice&d6 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you're following us on there to keep you up to date. And I think the next stream that we'll have will no doubt be another game night at some point within the next 2 weeks. As I said, the cage has been delayed, so that probably won't be out next week. But I'll keep you posted about that as well. Anyway, until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Thursday night with the Manylands campaign. Thank you guys, the players, for coming in as well. It's great to have you, nearly all of you here, just missing Angelique, but we're nearly all here. Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed, and there is some very interesting stuff to come up in the next session, especially after things that have happened today. So look forward to that. Anyway, guys, whatever you're doing these next couple of weeks, take care, look after yourselves. If you can and you haven't yet, go get your jabs, guys. Go get your jabs. Important. Beat this virus. Get the vaccine, and stay safe and well. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Adios, folks.
Bye.